This is Mr. Impact Wrestling himself, Moose, and you're listening to the Irish Whip.
Hookers? Hookers and Coke?
Hookers and Coke, man.
You're the only pro wrestler I know that wants to do this shit in the morning.
Yeti, you're a f***ing moron.
Put it this way, I think Sami Callihan might as well just change his name to Invader
I
1.
want to know why. Like, he can dodge any question. Like, I'll tell anyone that. You can tell me but I'm going to ask specific questions.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
WrestlingNewsSource.com. All the rest of you yahoos are out there dilly-dillying, you little wankers. We're actually receiving real wrestling news.
This is
Brett screwed Brett.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Brett screwed Brett.
Hold two! Arm bar!
Hey, get a nice shot of the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate your hat. I hate your t-shirts. I hate your wristbands. I hate your shoes. I hate your music. I hate the C Nation. I hate everything that you stand for.
Sodas rule.
Yeah, they do.
Guys, make sure you get the best wrestling merch in the game. Check out www.smart-mark.co.uk. That's where you can get your Irish Whip shirts. Join the Mafia. And you can get other shirts from guys like Sugar Dunkerton, and they have their own line of shirts. They have the best wrestling shirts out there right now. Their stuff is discreet. It doesn't shout out, hey, I'm a wrestling mark or anything like that. It's just very cool stuff. So check them out again. It's www.smart-mark.co.uk. Prices are reasonable. Shipping is very reasonable. And it's very quick, so check them out, please. Thank you, guys. What's up, everybody? TIW Mafia. We got with us today, it's me, JP, of course, and Bryce Remsburg, the director of fun, Chikara Wrestling. Chikara is going into its 20th anniversary this year. In just a month or so, right, Bryce?
Yeah, we're in our 20th season, and we'll be celebrating our 17th anniversary on May 25th in Pittsburgh, as a matter of fact. Yep.
Now, how many of those 17 years have you been there with them?
Every single one. I was at the very first event on May 25th, 2002, back in Allentown, PA. The main event of that show was Reckless Youth, Mike Quackenbush, and Don Montoya against CM Punk, Colt Cabana, and Chris Hero. That was the first main event. I was the ring announcer that night because I wasn't yet trained to referee, but I have been with Chikara, the promotion, since day one. Yep.
That's crazy. We've had a few of the Chikara guys on. We've had on Frantic, who has been, I think most of the times he's been banned from Twitter, has been threatening to kill me. I've never reported him.
Congratulations.
Right? And Green Ant, and so it's just been, like, you guys have so much fun. I've been to most of your Boston shows when you guys come up here.
Okay.
I've actually gone down to Philly for some of the King of Trio shows.
Oh,
and
cool.
It's just so much fun. The stuff you guys do, and you're a referee, but you're the director of fun. And I've seen you in some crazy spots. Some crazy scenarios.
I've gotten myself into a pickle here and there.
I mean, you got shot.
I did get shot in Richmond, Virginia on a fateful night. My wife was very worried about me, but I came out okay. I came out on the other end.
You not only came out the other end, but I think the Undertaker kind of took over your body. I was just watching that match a little while ago.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. The errant finger bullet of smooth sailing Ashley Remington did me in that night.
You never know what's going to happen. You've had grenades go off in the ring with you.
That's true.
Now, other than pro wrestling, and I'm going to touch on this probably a lot, you actually, do you still do the comedy? Do you still do, I know you...
Yeah, a little bit here and there. I've my sketch comedy group has kind of grown up, and we kind of all have kids now, and we're married, and we have other things to occupy our time other than our ridiculous hobbies. But back in the day, yes, I was involved with a sketch comedy group. A bunch of our videos are online. We toured around and did shows up and down the East Coast, Philly, Toronto, New York, Baltimore, etc. and Chicago. A lot of great memories with that, but most of my energy nowadays is chasing around my 3-year-old son and directing the fun at Chikara, as it were.
Now, that title has had quite a few people, not quite a few, but people with quite the celebrity name behind them in that position for you. How does it feel to follow up from guys like Dave Coulier as director of fun?
Yeah, no, Bob Saget was the first director of fun back in, I think, 2006 or so. Yeah. Maybe not. He maybe whatever. Yes, it's an illustrious position. I'm honored to hold it. It's we have picnics. We get together, me and Dave Coulier, Leonard F. Chikara, and Mike Quackenbush, all the guys that have been director of fun in the past, and we just tell war stories, kind of like the old NWA Vegas conventions, and it's a lot of an honor to wear the hat that so many wonderful fun directors have worn in the past, and I've had a lot of practice directing fun in my real life. I might as well make it part of my professional life as well.
Now, Bob Saget, Dave Coulier. So you like the Uncle Jesse of the director of funds?
Yeah, I'll take that. He had really good hair. I obviously have an excellent hairline, so I'll take that. I'm here for it.
Now, what's the director of fun other than being the head referee? What does director of fun entail for Chikara Pro?
Way more paperwork than I thought, but a lot of booking buildings, events, booking cards out, making matches. Got to get there early, which is not one of my favorite things. But when an event goes well, when it's a success, it's a great honor. The director of fun did that. So working in tandem with spending a lot of time with the talent, trying to a lot of HR type stuff. I recently made the first chain match in Chikara history. We're going to see that on March 16th in Philadelphia at the Wrestle Factory. But yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's definitely never have the same day of work twice in the director of fun chair.
Now, the first chain match in the history of Chikara. What else is season 20 going to see? Is there going to be other firsts? Do you have anything else planned?
Well, we have a lot of. We're returning to Pittsburgh for the first time in 16 years. We haven't been to Pittsburgh since the spring of 2003. We headed back there in May. We're going back to Chicago, the Logan Square Auditorium in May as well, that same weekend. And got a lot of stuff lined up for the summer. A lot of we have 4 baseball stadium gigs lined up. Working on a couple more summer outside activities that places you wouldn't think you'd ever see Chikara before. You're going to see them there, hopefully. And then the fall will bring King of Trios back. Hopefully, we'll see. Working on crossing some T's and dotting some lowercase J's and making that happen for us as well come the fall month.
No. Yeah, the King of Trios, that's literally my favorite wrestling event of the year. I've done the trip from Boston to Philadelphia so many times, and now I gotta say my the top favorite wrestling match I ever saw was I was in Houston for Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels.
Wow.
My second favorite match I ever saw live was at a King of Trios, and I've talked about it so many times here, and that was X-Pac versus El Generico.
Oh, yeah, 2011. That was crazy.
That was such a great match. And that wasn't the main event that night. The group I was with, we had to ride back to Boston, and we left after that. And because I don't even know what the main was, but that was just going to be so hard to top. Like, we all left there with goosebumps. It was bananas.
That's really awesome.
So, like, the fact that Chikara puts, like, the fun, and that's what I love about wrestling is the characters, the storylines. And Chikara follows all of that, but then you also get the best of the best on the wrestlers. And you've been with, the companies that other people say are the best, the CZWs, the Evolves, and the stuff like that. Like, and you see what I see, obviously, I think, because you call Chikara home.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's where I trained. It feels like going back to summer camp and seeing all your friends every time you get to the locker room. Guys like Icarus and Hollow Wicked and Mike we've been doing this almost 17 years now together. So it's exciting to still get to do this thing that I was doing when I was 19 and I was a kid that didn't know anything. And now as a 36-year-old father of one, as the director of fun, it gives you a different perspective, and it's just exciting to see everyone. It's exciting to make something that is so fun that so many people enjoy around the world. Just a really rewarding feeling to be able to bring that to, you have these memories that, many people have these great memories like you have, that were there that night and remember this thing or had an interaction with a certain talent that they'll never forget. That's touching. That's like kind of our legacy, and it feels really great to be such an integral part of that for so long.
Yeah, it's sort of what keeps people fans, because it's just fun, and it is, and like you guys, the great part about Chikara is it is very serious, but you guys don't take yourselves seriously out there. You know what I mean? If you did,
no, yeah, wrestling's meant to be fun. I think that's how we all grew up on it and enjoyed it as children. Wrestling is supposed to be fun, and if we're not, we're doing ourselves a disservice, I think, to take things so seriously. I mean, my fondest memories of as a kid are, the Ultimate Warrior shaking the ropes and the Macho Man and these larger than life crazy characters. That's how I remember wrestling, and that's the kind of wrestling we want to make, with all different colors, with all different flavors of ice cream for all involved, and that we're not insulting anyone's intelligence, we're not excluding anyone. Men wrestle women, ice cream cones wrestle robots, whatever it is, we bring it to you. We do it as it is. And that's something that we pride ourselves on. Intergender independent wrestling is a really kind of an exciting thing for the last couple of years. So, I mean, we were doing it in 2002. We were ahead of the times in that way, kind of, naming your shows weird things. We were doing that in 2004, 2005. So we feel like we were ahead of the curve in a lot of things. And it's really exciting to see, so many of the people that were stars in Chikara rings, the Drew Gulaks and the Ruby Riots and the Sami Zayns and the Cesaros, and that have gone on to, such renown, and they're worldwide superstars at WWE and elsewhere. And that's really exciting to have been a part of that for them.
Now, if you were going to pick one moment in a Chikara ring that you were a part of, what would it be? Your favorite moment?
Oh man, I will always. My first instinct is to go back to the night that Larry Sweeney convinced the one-man gang to do the Akeem dance at the ECW arena. I'm not sure if you were there, but I believe it was King of Trios 2008.
I watched that the other day, actually. Somebody posted that on Facebook.
One of my favorite memories of wrestling, of Larry Sweeney, of Chikara, of the ECW arena. Just an amazing moment. Demolition coming down the ramp to their old, here comes the axe, here comes the smasher music. Like, just amazing. Totally great.
And that's what's like, so when you guys don't bring in, you guys brought in Sean Waltman when he was doing X-Pac, but you guys, like, Chikara brought him in as 1, 2, 3 Kid. And it was probably the first time in, I don't know how many years he wore the 1, 2, 3 Kid stuff for the El Generico match. You had one-man gang doing the Akeem dance. Like, you guys don't just bring in the wrestlers, the person, but you get them to do, like, their fun stuff, the stuff they don't do a lot when they come in there. And it's what makes memories. It really is. And what's the favorite moment you weren't in the ring for?
Man, let me think here.
What was the one you were like, man, I got to actually not just be a part of that, but I got to see that?
There was a crazy four-way match with like Kota Ibushi and one of the Young Bucks and Jigsaw that I was the commentator for, and that was just like crazy, amazing, like cutting edge, super fast action, and my voice as the commentary on all that was a real pleasure and a real honor. That probably sticks out to me the most. But another one, just like, bringing the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi to U.S. rings, like Chikara was the first company to buy the Young Bucks plane tickets.
Yep.
And now they're, they've gone on to start their own promotion, and they're changing the world, and they're, these executive vice presidents, this massive corporation, like, they were just like, I think Nick was 19 or 20 when he first wrestled for Chikara, and he flew out to Philly to be a part of King of Trios with his brother. Like that's crazy, and we're so glad that we were the ones to be able to do that for him. And I'm so glad we united them because now they are, as I said, executive vice presidents.
Yeah, they're going to be huge. That AEW is going to be something. I'm not a huge Young Bucks fan, but I'm a fan of their hustle. And I think with what they do, how they run, they ran Bullet Club like a business, getting it into Hot Topic and stuff like that. Their hustle is what's going to make AEW humongous. And
I'm really excited for me to be a part of it, and really excited to see what it becomes over the next few months and years here. I think things are about to get really interesting.
Yes, and you're right. Like I can remember seeing them as young kids and not knowing who they were at Chikara shows at the arena. Now, who inspired you to get in there? Like, what made you say, "Man, I'm going to go and I'm going to be a referee"? And not only that, but I'm going to be one of the best referees in the business. Like, what inspired you?
Oh, shut up. I think Charles Robinson and Tommy Young are kind of the two that really stuck out to me. Their personalities shone through in a way that other referees did not. They were, not afraid to mix up with the guys and get close to the action. And those are the two for me that exceptionally convinced me that I didn't have the physical tools to be a wrestler. I knew that going in, but that doesn't mean you can't be involved. So I was really, that was it for me. I was a big fan of Mike Quackenbush and Reckless Youth, who started the Chikara Wrestling Factory back in January of 2002, and them opening a school that close to my house, it was meant to be, and I'm so glad I went and signed up, and I took a chance, and I followed my heart and gave it a shot, and now it's still part of my life. 17 years later, I can't imagine my life without it.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine Chikara without you. You've been a part of every show I've been at, and like you said, you've been there since day one. So that's, man, you are Chikara. If anybody is, it's like you name it, Icarus, Gulak, like you guys are Chikara, along with Quackenbush and everyone else. But you're right. Like when you said Charles Robinson, I was like, all right, I see that because you were never really just a referee. You had that personality in there where you interacted and you put yourself out there and just you put risk. You did a damn suicide dive. Who's ever seen a referee do that?
Yeah, that's. Chikara allows you to gives you the freedom to let your freak flag fly a little bit, be a little crazy and be a little different. So I picked the right company to train with for sure.
And as far as being ahead of the curve, I think Chikaratopia, people can go on and it's you got 17 years, 20 seasons worth of stuff out there now on Chikaratopia.com that people can go on and watch for, I think it's $7.99 a month. And
yeah, it's crazy.
Last season, you guys put out your first app on the phone.
Yep. We're working on a video game now. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that we kind of try to think outside the bubble with and be a little bit different about for sure.
How crazy is it for you to say you're going to be part of a video game?
It's nuts. I recorded a bunch of sounds and audio for it. I can't wait to see it come out.
Like, is that surreal for you to have done? Like,
yeah, it's insane. The fact that others can play that, and that's something that my son will have growing up. It's kind of crazy. It's amazing. It's those guys do work that my brain can't comprehend.
What's left on your wrestling bucket list?
Oh man. Well, I'd like to rep in all 50 states. I think that's quite a leap. I've got maybe 19 or 20 to go. But I love to go experience indie wrestling in different places. There's so many cool, new, hip, up-and-coming indie promotions right now. What they're doing, in Nashville, and there's this thing called Hood Slam in Oakland, California. There's all these different places I want to get and see. But yeah, I'd say try to rep in all 50 states.
Okay, that's a good goal because you get to see that's part of the wrestling life is you're only there for a day or two when you're there, but you get to see it. You get to be there anyway, and you can say, you can say you've been to around 30 states then?
Yeah, 30 or 31.
That's insane. It's now. Who are your riding partners, if you can say, when you're
I roll a lot. For a while, I was rolling a lot with Eddie Kingston when we started because he couldn't drive and I could drive.
Yep.
And now, then I kind of transitioned to rolling a lot with Drew Gulak and Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. Spent a lot of time in cars with those gentlemen up and down the roads. But I don't do a lot of that anymore. I like to roll by myself a lot, which sounds lame, but it makes I can get there on my own time. I can stop whenever I want, and especially since I've had my son, I try to minimize the time I'm away from home because I want to be there for my son and my family and all that good stuff. So it's a delicate balance, but I've still gotten to a lot of cool, really fun, crazy things since my son's been born. I can't complain. I went to WrestleMania in Orlando. I went to WrestleMania week in New Orleans, and this year it's coming to Jersey, New York. So I won't have far to go, but hopefully if you can make the trip down from Boston, see us in Jersey in April.
I am trying. I am trying to get down there. I haven't booked an Airbnb yet, but I get the weekend off of work. That is my plan right now. Now, there's just
okay, cool. Yeah, you book that stuff soon. It's about to get crazy.
Yeah, I know. Is your son a wrestling fan?
He does. He loves watching Chikara. We watch a little bit of modern WWE. We definitely avoid the Attitude Era for obvious reasons.
Yep.
We watch a little bit of old school '92 WWF Superstars just came on. He likes that. He's a big Hacksaw Jim Duggan fan, big Boss Man fan. But yeah, he knows the Chikara guys. He came to his first Chikara event a couple weeks ago and had a great time. So yeah, that's he's on the way. He's only 3.
That is awesome. It's gonna be cool to have somebody that just he's out there looking up to you because he's got to love that dad's in there. Now.
He's a little young to fully understand what's going on, I think, but it's enough that he enjoys it. He has to watch it in the morning with me. He loves the Colony. When we wrestle, he tells me to be Icarus for some reason, which is an insult, but whatever. It's pretty cool.
Now, has that changed? You've been the referee, but you've been a referee that's taken some risks. We talked about a few of them over time. Has that changed that at all?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Are you going to take, now that you're a father, you've been a referee that's taken risks over the years. Are you jumping in front of bullets anymore?
No, I don't know that. I'm not sure I would jump in front of a bullet this time. That's an excellent point. Especially one shot by Ashley Remington, who's selling Ashley Remington. I do, yeah. I'm a little bit more mindful of that type of stuff, and more often than not, this is more of a passion project. Definitely not getting rich through pro wrestling. If anything, Father's Day is where I still lose money. But it's a fun hobby. I get to go out and be with my friends and get to talk to great people like you. So I'm no complaints from me.
Now, how did the comedy work with the wrestling? Because I assume with the way Chikara is, and that's been your home base and your main company, even though you've worked everywhere. How did those two work together? I would assume it's pretty tight knit.
I think it's a lot of it is just reactionary. Having some improv type skills and knowing to be able to think on my feet and react a certain way and be in the moment and know where the cameras are, knowing when to jump in, when to lay back, that sort of stuff means a lot. So I think that's most of all has just been kind of the being taught and just experience coming and knowing when and how to react for the maximum reaction.
Now, March 16th, what's in store at Chikara, and what other dates do you have coming up?
There's a lot in store at ChikaraPro.com. Follow us at Chikara Pro. All the information kind of on there. There's a lot heading your way in season 20. We're just kind of ramping up here. As I mentioned, the 15th annual Young Lions Cup, which is a crazy sentence to say, is going down on Saturday, March 16th. There's a 3 p.m. card, a 7 p.m. card, all at the Wrestle Factory. It's going to be a great time. And then the day after that, I'll be in Syracuse, New York for a co-op of Beyond Wrestling and Wild Zero. So that should be an exciting time. A lot of fun stars on that. I'm always a fan of what Beyond Wrestling's up to. I'll be all over the place WrestleMania weekend. I think I have 11 events booked so far. I'll be exhausted forever after that. And I'm starting in the seminar game. I'm doing a seminar at the Wrestle Factory for non-physicality. We'll talk about, refereeing, commentating, ring announcing, that just kind of being involved with the world of indie wrestling and not being a wrestler. So that'll be going on Saturday, May 18th. The information about that is on the Wrestle Factory's website and all my social medias and all that good stuff. So lots of fun stuff coming up, and then I'll be in Las Vegas for Double or Nothing All Elite Wrestling on May 25th. Excited to be a part of that. Excited to be in a ring in an arena full of 14,000 people. I've definitely never had that experience before, and I'm really pumped about it.
Yeah, that's insane. Now, are you going to be a regular with AEW as they continue?
That is unclear as of this moment. I think I'm only booked for one event, but who's to say? We'll see what happens going forward. I'm certainly be interested. Well, I don't think referees are high on their priority list right now, but hopefully I can work something out. Hopefully I do well on the 25th and they'll bring me back.
I'm sure you will. Like I said, you're absolutely one of the best. And not just because of your personality, but because your professionalism when you're in there and when you're serious when you need to be. You know where to be when you're in there to be in the right spots to help the match progress and help improve the matches that you're a part of. So as a fan, I appreciate you, Bryce. We're on Facebook and
Thank you.
They find you, Instagram, all that stuff.
I appreciate that a whole lot. That means a lot coming from a longtime fan such as you. So hopefully, we can keep this going forward. I have no plans of slowing down anytime soon. Love to go new places, meet new people, work with new up and coming talent. Getting into the seminar game is exciting. So yeah, 2019. I think the world of indie wrestling is going to be a very interesting year with all the things going on, and all these guys moving on is definitely. That opens spots for others to come up and do their thing. So excited for what lies ahead, and want to appreciate you. I appreciate the time. Thanks for having me on and being able to come on and talk about Chikara.
Yeah,
I love a good Boston accent.
I definitely got a thick one. Now,
are you right in the city of Boston?
I grew up. I'm just outside of Boston now, but I did grow up in the middle of Boston. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's been I'm trying to go to all 30 Major League Baseball parks. I made a stop at Fenway, but there was a big rain delay, so I got to see some of the game, but I didn't have the full experience. I got to get back there one day with my son.
There is a wrestling event. There's a Latino Family Day every year at Fenway that has a wrestling event. You should try.
Oh, that's cool. That's one-stop shopping, man.
Right. Now, what are you on Twitter? You're at the Bryce is Right. What's your Instagram and your Facebook? And I'm not the best with that stuff. I'm an old man. I can do.
No, it's okay. My Facebook is just my real name. I think me and Rory Gulak are the only guys that our performer name matches our driver's licenses in Chikara. And my Instagram is the Bryce is often right. And follow me on Twitter. I'm most active on there, and all kinds of updates about where I'm going to be and comings and goings and Chikara executive decisions. And all that good stuff. I really appreciate the time, and hopefully we can get up to Boston one day soon.
Guys, check out his. If you're trying to get into the wrestling business, or you're in the wrestling business, and you're not a wrestler, if you're any other type of personality, whether it's a manager, announcer, referee, get to Philadelphia for that damn seminar. That's the best way to learn. Bryce has been doing this, like he said, for 17 years. Get some of his experience and get to pick his brain a little bit. That's not a once-in-a-lifetime thing, because I'm sure that's going to be successful, and I'm sure you're going to be other places doing it, but get in on that, please. Do yourself a favor and do the promotions that you're with a favor and be a part of that seminar. Right.
Yeah. Hopefully we can make it a regular thing and bring it other places as well. I'd love to do that.
Bryce, get Sidney Bacabella in that seminar, will you? Teach him how things work.
He's got a lot to learn.
He's been around for a long time. He just doesn't realize it.
Oh, God, almost as long as Cologne.
But Bryce, thank you so much for your time. Guys, thank you guys for listening. Check this out. Check out the seminar, Chikara Season 20, and we're out. Thank you, guys.